Well, hey there, folks. I'm Meteorologist Matt Barrentine getting everything set up here in our Fox 10 Gulfstream Center. Big news is obviously the rain on the way. It's not here obviously today on Thursday. It's coming in on Friday. And so I'm going to kind of this is when I have time to do some interesting stuff. A lot more time than I'd have on air here on Fox 10 News. Here over online, I can give you a real good rundown of what we're looking at. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take you through 4 different models showing you the rain, the timing of the rain, and then I'm also going to show you those same 4 models with how much rain they're each anticipating. And it's kind of a good way to sort of break it down into little parts and see, you'll get to see what a meteorologist has to look at when we're trying to figure out exactly what's going to be going on. All right, so first off, we are going to start with the GFS model. That is the American model. This is a very broad model, very low resolution model. It's great for global things. It's generally not as good. It's good for going farther out, but generally when you get closer to an event, we don't look at this model quite as much because it's just kind of, once again, low resolution. That's noon on Friday, but look at our area, getting a pretty good shot of rain there according to this model. Remember, it's always according to this model. And it continues to rain around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, lighter stuff there. It continues into the evening hours with some light to moderate rain. But basically, a good bit of the day is what the GFS is saying for us on Friday, that we'll see a good bit of rain on Friday. So I'm going to take that same model. Now I'm going to pull the numbers from it, how much rain is anticipating. And this goes all the way through Sunday because I do anticipate some showers over the weekend as well. So I'm going to run these out a little bit farther with the rainfall amounts. But you'll notice here with the American model, the GFS, these are not big numbers. I mean, we're talking 1/4 of an inch in Molino, less than 2/10 of an inch in Mobile, 4/10 of an inch up in Chatham. The biggest one's 1/2 an inch up there in Grove Hill. So these are pretty insignificant rainfall totals. So the GFS is telling us light rain Friday, then probably some light scattered showers over the weekend, but all very light, drizzly kind of stuff. That's the GFS model. No, if that's, I know we're in a drought, we need a lot of rain, and folks are like, oh, come on, we got to do better than that. All right, well, let's look at another model. This time it's the European model, another broad, low-resolution model. Let's see what it shows as we go through time here, and if I can get the thing to work. And here it goes into the day on Friday around lunchtime, really pulls in some heavy rain around lunchtime. Now, none of this will be severe one way or the other, so don't put that in your head. This is just this is a rain event. It's just a matter of how much we're going to get, because once again, the European model there, it's at 3 o'clock, is showing it raining a good bit of the day, but it's showing heavier rain through a good bit of the day and going right on into the evening as well. So there's some big differences here between the American model. There's some similarities and there's some big differences. The similarities is the fact that it's showing rain throughout the day. They're both doing that. But this one's showing heavy rain. And watch when I put up the numbers, what this shows. Now this, once again, goes through Saturday. And this is showing, look at that, rainfall totals. Remember I just showed you the American model, and it said 2/10 of an inch in Mobile. This one's saying 5 inches in Mobile. All right, so now do you see what meteorologists have to work with? These things could be wildly different. And, accumulation models are always really difficult. And I always tell people when you look at them, don't go, oh, I live in Molino, 1.95 inches. That's what I'm getting. No, that's just not how it works. What these things can do for us, though, is it gives us a range. So now we know the range. We know that we could have 2/10 of an inch, or we could have 4 or 5 inches. So now we've got a range. And the good thing about the GFS model, even though it didn't show a lot of rain, it did show rain everywhere. Like a whole area is going to get some rain. We know the whole area is going to get some rain, and we know that we're kind of in a window here. But remember, these are both very broad models, very low resolution. So now let's go to some better resolution models. We'll go to sort of a medium resolution model. It's called Graph. It's an IBM product. Don't worry about it too much, but it is a better resolution. It's sort of a mid-grade resolution. And here we are at noon on Friday, and it shows pretty good rain moving in, fairly heavy rain at times. That's 3 o'clock on Friday. You'll see this is a little bit more granular, right? It's got more detail to it, unlike those last 2 models I just showed. 6 o'clock on Friday, pretty good coverage of rain across the area. So let's first talk about the similarities here that we've seen with the first 3 models. They all show rain all day long. The GFS America model didn't have much more than like 2/10 of an inch of rain. That was light stuff. The European model basically wanted to flood us with 4 to 5 inches of rain. So what is this one doing? Well, it's showing rain all day. That's similarities there. Now let's look at the rainfall totals out of this one, out of this model. And now we're coming to something I think is a little bit more realistic with these rainfall totals. Remember, almost nothing on the GFS, tons of rain on the European. Now we're kind of coming in between here. And this is showing a good bit of rain, especially east of 65. Now, I mean, west of 65. Once you go east of 65 on this model, not showing as much. But west of 65, it's showing 1.5 inches, 1 1/3, almost 2 inches of rain. That, to me, is a lot more realistic from what we're going to see Friday going into the weekend, okay? So this is probably a little bit more realistic. Now, that's what I call the medium range model, medium resolution. So now let's get in there. Now we're getting close enough to this event, and we can get to the fine grain resolution. This is what we call the high resolution rapid refresh model, HRRR. High resolution rapid refresh model. There will be a quiz later. All right, but this one has the best resolution once again. So noon on Friday, see showers scattered about all across the area, and then it shows heavier rain around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Continues to show heavy rain around and scattered showers around 6 o'clock, and then 9 o'clock. So all these different models that I've shown you, every single one has rain around all day Friday. Doesn't mean it's going to rain all day where you're at, but there's a risk of it basically all day long, and you could see multiple rounds of rain. So that's not a question. We're going to get rain through the day on Friday, right on into the evening. So as you make your plans, have rain gear with you. Make sure you have an umbrella if you're going out to Friday night lights or something like that. It's going to rain on Friday. All the models are telling us that without question. Now we got to think about, well, how much rain are we going to get? So I just showed you all these different models, these different resolutions, and now here we come to the tightest resolution, and this is coming back down to 1/3 of an inch, 2/10 of an inch, 1/2 an inch here. And I can tell you the last time I ran this model, it had it more like around just what we saw with that medium range model, about 1.5 inches. So this has come down a little bit for that last time, but it just kind of gives us another feel. So we got a couple of models giving us low end. We got one model giving us about 1.5 inches, and then we got one model coming up here to 4 and 5 inches. So just throw out the 4 and 5 inches, and now we'll need to come back down here to that 1.5 inch to 2/10 of an inch. So most of us are probably get somewhere in between that number. That's going to be the range. So that we're talking about ranges. Some folks are probably only get around 2 to 3/10 of an inch, but most everywhere will get at least that much. And then other areas could get as much as 1 inch, 1.5 inches. So now we've tightened up the range by looking at all these different models. And as a meteorologist, that's what we do. And that also makes it hard when there are events that causes, we get one of those events where it rains 7 inches or something. It's about impossible to forecast that, because when you look at the models and one model says something like that, you kind of just toss it out because it doesn't seem realistic when you're looking at 3 other models that aren't saying that. So that makes it really hard to actually forecast the higher numbers, and that still could happen. That European model I showed you, we still could see several inches of rain. That is a possibility. So it's not completely, can't completely toss it out. But what I'm looking at now, I'm thinking probably if we take kind of the middle of the road approach here with these, probably on the low end about 1/3 of an inch, probably on the high end around 1.25 inches, maybe 1.5 inches. So that's the range I'm thinking here with this system as it moves on through. So a lot to look at here. And once again, that was 4 different, if you stuck it with me through all that, I appreciate it. I know it gets kind of in the weeds, but I just showed 4 different models and 4 different solutions. And the thing they all said exactly the same was that it's going to rain most of the day on Friday. It's just a matter of how heavy the rain is going to be. Is it going to be little drips and drizzles here and there all day? Is it going to pour all day? Or is it going to be kind of a mix where you're getting some drizzle from time to time, you're getting some better showers from time to time? That's what we're looking at here. We're going to get rain Friday. Really the only big question mark, like I said, is exactly how much. And once again, from what I'm looking at, I'm going to go for about 1/3 of an inch to about 1.25 inches. I think that's a pretty safe zone that most of us will get at least that much rain. And obviously there could be a few spots that get a little bit less, There could be a few spots that get more than that, but most of us will likely fall within that range of about 1/3 of an inch to 1.25 inches. Now, how much help will that be? It will be some help, but one rain event doesn't change the fact that we're in a drought. All right, it takes a long time to get into a drought, and it takes a long time to get back out of a drought. And this was updated today, so this is a brand new drought monitor from today. Level 4 extreme drought just about all across there. There's a little sliver in the northern part, and along the coastlines that's still in severe drought, level 3. But now this is expanded. I don't know, about a month ago when we first saw extreme drought move in, it was kind of like just around Mobile and over here in the Mississippi counties, and it's just been gradually expanding over to the east. So now nearly, I would say about 80% of our viewing area is under level 4 extreme drought. The other 20% is under level 3 severe drought. That's the drought monitor, and that's why we need whatever rain we can get out of this system. And the good news is it's not just Friday. We were going over the modeling there, and I was kind of just focusing down on Friday to keep things simple. But what we're looking at here is continuing shower chances on Saturday and Sunday. And I think Saturday, they see at 60%, pretty good chance of rain. I think a lot of that happens in the morning, maybe even pre-dawn. Through much of the day Saturday, probably just going to see some light drizzles here and there. I mean, I'm going to be out in soccer fields and Foley all day on Saturday, so I'm hopeful that by the time I'm out there, not getting a whole lot of rain, just maybe an occasional drizzle here or there will be okay. Sunday, scattered light showers, light drizzles. Once again, not the same kind of coverage as what we're going to see on Friday. Neither Saturday or Sunday will have the same kind of coverage that we're going to see on Friday. So that's what we're looking at here. A lot to kind of go over here over the next few days. Like I said, we need whatever rain that we can get out of these systems, out of the system that's coming in on Friday, lingering on Saturday and Sunday with scattered showers. And there is some decent news for next week as well. It looks like I think Monday will have kind of a little bit of a break, and then another wave comes through on Tuesday and Wednesday with some scattered showers. Going 40% right now. Some of the models are a lot higher already on that. There's some that don't show much rain on Tuesday and Wednesday, some that show a lot of rain on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. So I'm kind of in the middle here going with scattered showers. Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll sort of watch this space. As we get closer, we'll get a better idea of what we're dealing with, and those numbers, hopefully, I'm hoping they'll go up, and we'll get another good shot of rain on Tuesday and Wednesday. That would be great, because like I said, you get into a drought very slow. It's a slow motion disaster, and one good rain event can't take you out of a drought. You need to have some consistency. Get a good rain event, and then a few days down the line, get another good rain event, then get another good rain event, then eventually you're rolling back downhill, and you start to ease off the drought. Even if we don't make up, right now we're down more than 12 inches of rain. We don't have to get 12 inches of rain and even that out in order to get out of the drought. We just need to have some consistent rains over time, and that will help to pull us out of the drought. So that's what we're looking for. I'm hoping that'll be the case here as we look down the line here, that we'll continue to see the rain. For everybody that's joined, I super appreciate, especially if you stuck it out this long. What I really appreciate you do, I know a lot of folks catch us on Facebook. Download our Fox 10 weather app. I know you really can't see it. It's the little red one there. Our Fox 10 weather app. And it's free. It works really good. Not only can you get these sort of things when we're doing them, but if we are live on air for a tornado warning and your power went out, you just pull up that app, you tap on the watch live, and boom, you got the same thing that we're doing over air. So you won't miss a beat. So that's a great thing for that. Also, it has a great radar that you can check out. It really does have a good radar on it. So when these showers are coming in, you can be keeping an eye on that. And probably the other great thing about it is that every day, this is sort of the long form live segment, but every day we do 4 or 5 short segments. When I say short, I mean 30 to 45 seconds. And they'll pop up there on the app. Click on it, and it's one of us telling you, giving you a quick forecast for the day, telling you, maybe something about the rain or something about the temperatures that day. But it's just it's short, it's quick and easy. Tap on it, and you get the information that you need, and then you can move on with your day without having to spend too much time on it. So it's a great app. It's free. It's our Fox 10 weather app. I really appreciate it if you when you watch these things, move over there. Facebook doesn't. Facebook doesn't help us a whole lot. So we'd like to get you over on our platform. That helps us out and keeps us in business. We appreciate it. Once again, have yourselves a great day. Watch out for that rain through the day on Friday. It can rain basically at any time on Friday, so make sure when you leave the house tomorrow, you have rain gear with you, raincoat, umbrella. You can run to a shower basically at any time. Over the weekend, kind of the same deal. The rain won't be as heavy over the weekend. There'll still be some pop-up showers here and there, both Saturday and Sunday to deal with, so something to keep in mind. It's Veterans Day on Friday. So to all the veterans, thank you so much for your service. I hope you have yourself a great day and a great weekend. Thank you so much for joining us here on our Fox 10 Gulf Stream.